Hey there guys, Frankomatic here, and today we have Panic Restaurant. What is Panic Restaurant, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. It is a game about a man with a dream of being rained on by fruits and a pumpkin. But wait, this was all bullshit because I am a liar. It is in fact a game where this jackass has stolen your restaurant and laughs at you about it, because he's a dick. And now we will save it, but first, we will flee from Franken-Chicken. We'll be seeing more of him. And now we are going to order an appetizer instead of doing what we just said we were going to do. Hey, this isn't an appetizer at all. Neither is chicken. I guess a carrot could be, but... Anyways, every stage in this game is named after a course of a meal. To be cutesy. And your default weapon, as you see me beating the shit out of anthropomorphic foods with, is a frying pan. Because chefs are the clerics of our day and age, and are not allowed to use bladed weaponry like swords. So, we upgrade to a spoon. It has a longer range. And we have now entered our restaurant, the Eat-In. Which is a godly, ungodly, terrible, and lazy pun. But that's my favorite kind, so I will forgive the game. And here's the first boss. He is a popcorn maker. And it's our job to make him explode by hitting him with a spoon. I have no idea how that works. But upon his second explosion, he bursts into coins instead. Coins are better than popcorn for one simple reason. Do you know what that reason is? I bet you don't. The reason is... you can't gamble with popcorn, fuckers. You can gamble with coins, though. And in this case, I just won myself an extra heart on my life meter. You can also win a 1-up, 10,000 points, or a point of healing, because this game is an asshole and doesn't heal you up between levels. It also takes away your weapon upgrades, if you have any, if you didn't notice, by the item box in the bottom middle of the screen. And now I am just wasting my money, because I seem to have blown all my luck on getting that extra heart. That's just perfect. I would have liked a couple of more 1-ups, but this game isn't too difficult, so I'll probably be able to get by without them. Although there are some deceptively difficult enemies. One of which appears in the next level. Anyways, time for soup. I love a good soup. But once again, we are denied. There is no soup to be found here. Only flan. And while I like a good flan, it's not a soup. Pizza is also not a soup. But I guess it will have to do. Or not do, because I'm beating it all with a frying pan, so clearly I'm not happy. My spoon will help me more, though. This is a very oddly set up restaurant, I must note. Who would want to get around this place with elevators and ladders? And why are the tables all stacked on top of each other? I think this place has some problems meeting up the standards of, safety. Also, those onions are easily one of my most favorite enemies in any game ever. Just because of the way they look so shocked when you hit them and they explode out of their nice, calm naps. It makes me laugh. And I almost fell down that elevator shaft. That would have been embarrassing. Unfortunately, our restaurant has not only a problem with the fact that all the tables are stacked on top of each other and there's no chairs, and explosive apples, but are candelabras which are shooting lightning out of them, which is probably not a good thing. Those apples, by the way, are actually deceptively difficult to dodge or hit. They almost always give me trouble, and I'm doing surprisingly well for a change. But I guess like they say, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. The rest of the saying is because the apple will murder you by exploding in your face. I love that shocked expression so much. But anyways, new power-up time. What is this? A pot. By wearing a pot and spinning around wildly like some sort of freak, chefs can become completely invincible and go on a roaring rampage of doom. Up next, a fork. And by fork, I mean giant fork-like pogo stick, which you can use to jump on enemies and kill them. I actually don't like this weapon that much, because of that right there, but it's got its uses. And all of a sudden, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. Jesus. But there's healing candy right here. Because apples are bad for you, but candy is good. And now, spoon! No spoon. The tick would be so disappointed. And as such, I have committed suicide by apple. This also shows off, despite my embarrassing lack of skill, the fact that if you die in a segment, you restart at the beginning of the segment, and none of the power-ups respawn. And I'm getting my ass kicked by an enemy that's only attack is to stand still and jiggle. Clearly I have hit the lowest of the low when it comes to ability in playing video games. I mean, look at these things. They're not even threatening at all. They just stand there and wiggle seductively at you, and they're murdering me. Anyways, the lower road is actually the safer path to take here, so... on to the boss! What is the boss? A microwave. A microwave so large it can hold 4 whole chickens. And it jumps around. And eventually fires the completely unharmed chickens at you. Now that I've killed all of its ammo, this should be very easy. Or it could materialize 4 more chickens somehow. And when it dies, 2 more chickens die with it somehow. It's an interdimensional microwave. Anyways, I'm going to try and do 2 levels a day for this game, because it's pretty short. But it's fun. And with that, I'll see you next time. Later.